There you go. Had to get my
There you go.
Had to get my IamThePuzzleMan.com t-shirt out there. Everything's free. Nothing's for sale, baby. Just information. Come on, I've got some neat tricks that I'm going to attempt today. This is why I drug you here today. I went to a search engine, typed in skull, pulled up images. This came up, I printed it out, cut it out on regular paper. Now, I'm not going to use it as a stencil. I'm actually going to lay it down and spray over it. The reason being is because with Plasti Dip, I've noticed that if you have a little bit of a chip in your paint, it shows it really well. So why not put something under your paint to see if you can get a design to show through? So let's give this a shot. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wet down the side of the car where I want it just a little bit. So as you can gather, the reason I wet it down is so I can get this to sit flush on the side of the car. The car's already covered in Plasti Dip, and the reason it's already finished first is if I don't like this, I can actually just peel this whole quarter panel and I don't have to worry about this being on the paint. So I have a finished coat of Plasti Dip, just put a little bit of a wet layer down, put my paper skull here, and I make sure all my surfaces are basically flat against the car. That way nothing's sticking up, because if it's sticking up it will show and it will just stay up. The force of the Plasti Dip won't push it back down, so you want to make sure it's down already. So now that that's down, we're going to do this just like we would normally Plasti Dip something. We're going to go on with some thin layers. You hear a lot about 50-60% transparency, but you never hear why. When Plasti Dip runs, it doesn't run like paint runs. When Plasti Dip runs, it's more of a landslide. You actually have a whole fender that goes. So you put down a light layer, you let it dry. You put down another light layer, you let it dry. And then once you've got a couple of layers built up to where the next layer can hold on to it, you're ready to go. So same thing here. I don't want anything to slide off of here, so I'm just going to go down with a really light coat, and then after that I'll go on a little bit thicker until it's completely covered. And hopefully what I'm going for is the white will be gone and I will just have the outline of the skull left. So let's see how this works. Alright, so here we go. This is the finished product. Now, I'm kind of working in the blind here because I can't see my screen. You can kind of see what I was going for. Did have a couple little bubbles here and there, but this is my first attempt, so I plan on doing this a couple of different times. And I'm really just hoping you get the gist for what I'm going for here. If you print it out, big paper flames, and put them down the side of your car, you could have big silhouetted paper flames down the side of your car and dip over it and you would have the outlines. But all in all, the lines came out the way I wanted them to. What's up, people? What's up, guys? I need everybody that's out there watching, go ahead and turn to your girlfriends, wives, tell them the Puzzle Man said hello. At first, it really did not look like it was going to come out, just because the paper, once it got wet with the layer of Plasti Dip that went over it, looked like it started to lift and bubble up a little bit. But I was going to pull it right then and there, but I was a little bit hesitant. I just wanted to see what would happen if I let it dry. It's been sitting in the sun for about 3 days, and let me just show you how it came out. Now mind you, I Plasti Dipped this whole Lincoln Town car with the price of the gun included for under $200. But that's not why I'm talking to you about this. I want you to see this skull. There are no bubbles. I mean, it's just pure silhouette, and that's it. And the point is not really whether or not the skull is, right for anybody. It's the point that you can actually do it. Print out whatever you want, cut it out, put it on your car, then Plasti Dip over it, and you get a silhouette of it from underneath. So what I want is some ideas. And not really ideas. I want you guys to do something on your own, be creative, and make some video replies. Let's see what happens with this. Because honestly, I'm loving this. I mean, there's no bubbles, nothing. It's just there. So on this one, even though I was about to give up with it, I'm glad I stuck it out. And alright guys, that's it. Appreciate you watching, and hopefully next weekend I'll be back with another project.